And we're live.
Hey, boy! Hey, yo!
Hello.
With the dab.
And it has been a very, very, very long time, people. Welcome to the #1 overall wargaming show in the world.
Welcome back, should we say?
Welcome back
Yeah.
to #1. We're going to be wargaming. There's going to be wargaming, and my finger, and wargaming all the way through. Primers, toy soldiers,
And
there's
the
going to be
primers.
beers. There's going to be just non-stop wargaming from now till the end. I'm very sorry I'm late. I'm very, very sorry that we're late. It's actually a genuine excuse. It wasn't just because we're talking about other stuff. It's because I played rugby today, and obviously we played in Lancashire, boo, and obviously I had to come all the way back. So I'm late. I'm sorry. It's actually all my fault.
And we were having a bit of catch-up time in the green room before the show started, guys.
If you want a
Because
VIP,
it's been a while since we've all actually physically spoken to each other, so...
and we were getting a script ready, weren't we, boys? And
Yeah,
totally
all the stuff
scripted.
ready for
Totally
all the things for
scripted.
tonight.
paper here.
Oh yeah, my paper is. Oh, my paper's here.
And here.
And mine's here. Mine's written on this. Melt.
Hang on. Mine's written on this sock.
I love.
Okay.
I love
Iron
watermelons,
Man
really.
sock.
Anyway, so yeah, wargaming. Anyway, yeah. I've got my.
Shall we start with what has everyone been up to?
No, wait, this is Elsa Nation.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we need to. For those people that don't know, we are.
We are Korean wargamers. This is
Helling
Elsa Nation.
Wargamers.
Elsa
Hello, that's me.
It's a watermelon.
And then we've got the great JoJo man, hashtag Enter the World Time. And then
Yes.
I used to do a channel ages ago called Wargamer Viking. So I do this every other week now. I am wargaming and I eat watermelons. It's really fit.
Yeah, there's no subtlety there with that way of eating. There's no hands or apart from like face
Be careful, them
snatch.
seeds. But did you know if you eat the seeds, the watermelon will grow in your tummy?
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah, man, don't eat the seeds. I'll fuck you
I
up
mean-
that well.
I've eaten loads.
Mate, you gotta be careful. You gotta poop them out straight away. Otherwise, you'll have literal watermelons inside you.
Watermelon poop.
Really?
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, your poo is basically fertilizer. So if you've got seeds in there, watermelon seeds germinate really fast. So you gotta be careful you don't start growing in your guts.
But there's. Oh no. Oh.
Just eat more. It make.
If I've got 5 watermelons in my belly, I might as well have more.
It's fine, dude. You'll just be pooping out green,
Watermelons.
very large water. It'd be like,
A
Give
chicken.
me
like-
that through your asshole.
yeah, I was just gonna say, it'd be like, you know how a woman feels. It's just like, what?
Mate, this happens in all the wargaming shows.
Oh my days.
Yeah, but it'll be a lot more like sudden and violent than women giving birth. Instead of 9 months of building up to it and then it happening, it'll just be like, oh god.
Like
Yeah.
think the scene from Team America when he's vomiting on the floor, but from the other end, watermelons flying out.
Well. Oh well. It happens.
Right.
Oh, well.
So
But anyway, welcome back, everyone. Watermelon poo and babies.
Like kangaroo.
Kangarex. Besides, so today while playing rugby, I've broken my finger again. 2 weeks ago, I dislocated and broke this one, and this week I've broken this one. So, and the other week, obviously, I was on some sort of medication. I'm on that again. So we'll have fun tonight.
Yep. Yeah, it sounds like it. This is going to be a really interesting one if Spud
Yes.
goes up on
I think
painkillers.
so.
Well, they clearly said to me, it was so funny. They're like, whatever you do, just don't drink on these because obviously they're really strong. So I downed them with a 7.3% beer. Oh, and also, because the man of the match wasn't there, they were like, right, Spud, you're definitely going to drink this. And I'm like, because you're like the machine. I'm like, all right. Mate, seriously, the guy took half a pint start, and I still beat him.
I'm just going to make sure that I've actually still got your address, so that when you pass out and die, I can call an ambulance.
Yeah, it's all the internet's going to now be scared from exuding from all that manliness that's just exuded from the monster.
Oh God!
But either way, you are. To be fair, I can't mock you too much because you know where I live, and anytime, any day, you could just squash me. So there has to be a certain amount of respect. But I know you wouldn't because you're the biggest, cuddliest bear in the world. So.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, even if he drinks a violent amount.
So, guys, what has everyone been up to then? In the whole wargaming thing. We know Spud's been taking a break, haven't you?
I've taken a 6-month break of life, pilgrimage, rugby, people, friend.
Vegan. Are you vegan or vegetarian? No.
Vegetarian still.
Ah, right, okay. I thought you'd gone vegan for a second. I was about to drive to Leeds and slap you.
120 days today.
That's crazy. I think it's safe to say that the chicken population of the world is now replenished. But
well,
Spud,
I would
what are
say
we going to do without our defender?
I would say that, but
chickens are going to rise up and have a chicken rebellion.
the problem is there's a new guy I work with who literally eats KFC, I'm pretty sure once a day. And I think he's taken up Spud's slack. But he's now realizing that KFC is possibly not the most healthiest food in the world. It does make you rather sleepy if you eat a vast amount of it. So every afternoon.
It makes you poo loads as well. It's horrible.
So, yeah. So, Jojo, what have you been up to in the hobby-wise? You've been rather busy.
Oh, God, I've been a busy bee. I've been a busy little bee. I stopped work on my black shields to kind of do some Nurgle stuff, get back to my Nurgle, my sculpting roots and things. And I done a bunch of stuff for that. I done a really cool Hellbrew with the obviously 8th edition coming out and stuff, which I'm sure I won't talk too much about it right now, but do some Nurgle stuff. I've been doing some X-Wing. X-Wing's really good. I found out that I like that. Basically, my mate has opened up a hobby store. By the way, shameless plug. Anyone in the Warrington, Manchester or Liverpool area, if you're about, check out Stormforge Hobbies and Games on Milner Street in Warrington. Absolutely amazing place. Really, really, really good level of customer service and amazing gaming tables as well. But anyway, so I discovered that I really like X-Wing. X-Wing is awesome. It's a really fun, really easy game. And I like to do like custom ships as well, so I like repaint all my ships and things like that, and just make them look a little bit unique.
I thought you said something else there.
Paint my ships.
I do custom shit.
Yeah, I fish them out the toilet and then I paint the ships.
You get like a Play-Doh mold thing, so you know the Play-Doh factory.
Oh yeah, man! I just love that nutty goodness. It's brilliant. Yeah, so I did all that. What else have I been up to? I've just been just doing loads of little bits and bobs, really, just cracking on with stuff that I should have finished years ago. I nearly quit YouTube a couple of days ago.
Oh really? Why was that?
That might be a bit of news. Everyone gets it. You know, you just can't be asked anymore, and you just like not a case of I can't be asked like I can't be asked making videos. A case of it pissed me off. Like I don't know. I'm not naming any particular names, but there's people that have just like shot up and got like bazillions of subscribers, and I'm still losing 4, gaining 4 every week. So I'm actually not moving in terms of subscribers or anything like that. And you just kind of like, what's the fucking point? And I was just like, I can't even. Why do I was just like, why do I even bother? Why do I even bother? And then I was like, nah, fuck it, this is stupid. I'm going to carry on making videos because it chronicles the stuff that I've done. So when I eventually sell it or lose it or it gets destroyed, I've got something to look back on. But you just feel really disheartened and just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, I was really, really pissed off. Like, Spud, you keep getting subscribers. You didn't even make videos for 6 months. How do you do it? It's not fair.
It's because of these.
Yeah. Although the fact that you're on my channel at the moment, I just get more subscribers because of those.
Yeah, because it is. Just saying. It was so funny today as well. I'm just totally derailing it again. Because obviously I played rugby. At the end of the game, you always get food for free. It's always the bonus. It's why I actually played. It's the only reason.
I would have started rugby years ago.
Yeah, it's the only reason I actually play. So I went to a thing, and they were like, "Oh, what food you got?" They went, "Oh, I've got a chicken lasagna, and we've got chicken pastry." And like, it doesn't matter. I mean, why? And I'm like, "Oh, because I don't eat meat." And they're like, "Oh, don't worry." So anyway, they made me this sandwich. It was a spud tit sandwich. It was sick. They made me like literally a giant baguette, and I thought they were gonna be half. They like cut it in half, buttered it, give me cheese. I'm like, there you go. And all the other lads were so jealous. It was so sick. I'm like, how come you've got that? I went, because I don't eat meat. Just says it.
So yeah, there's definitely a benefit to playing rugby and also not eating meat. You get given, they make special food for you.
Yeah, they made me look something else different last week as well.
However, I did go to whole farm foods, not like the supermarket, but like a whole sort of cafe thing this morning. Had possibly the nicest breakfast ever known to man, and also when I went up to the Lake District, for some reason, people in the Lake District really know how to cut bacon because it's nice and bloody thick. Unlike the scrawny stuff you get down south.
Get when you go up north, mate. That's basically what it's like.
Yeah, I know. It's like slabs of meat everywhere. So.
It's because there's an abundance of it now that Spud's a vegetarian, so that's why.
Right. So they've just got off. They've got to dish it out to everyone else, otherwise it just built up and rots. So
the national northern meat supply has been diverted from Spud's house now. So
the wagon doesn't roll past every day.
No, not at all.
I could just imagine off to the side of the left-hand side of Spud's screen, a walk-in freezer with like back in the day when you were eating meat, just like draping cows and pig carcasses and stuff like that. You just sort of take an axe and hack off a bit and eat it raw, like cold.
Yeah, you could do that with beef, technically.
Yeah, but now the walk-in freezer has now been turned into like a greenhouse, and there's just corn and vegetables and tomatoes everywhere. So, and mozzarella in abundance. Oh, it's a cheese house.
Yes.
I don't like mozzarella too much. I don't mind it on pizzas, but I just find that it's just got no flavour.
Spud, what does mozzarella mean to you?
My life.
You see, I like a good cheese as much as the next man, but my cheese has to be so strong it can practically punch me in the face. Strong blue cheese, or like a cave-aged, extra mature cheddar or something like that. Yeah, you can get cheese that's like aged in a cave. They call it cave-aged cheddar, and it gives it a really like musky, earthy taste to it. It's fucking amazing.
I've never heard of that down south. We've got like smoked cheddar. You've got cave-aged.
Yeah, man. Cave-aged, extra mature cheddar, man.
See, I don't like cheese like that. It makes me. I don't like it.
Oh man, if you go to like on the first Sunday of every month area, there's a little place called Knutsford, and they have this amazing like market, and it's just full of like custom cheeses, and there's like every kind of cheese you can imagine. There's like a chap there, and he sells like frickin' Marmite infused cheese and frickin' like chocolate orange cheese and all kinds of delicious fucking cheeses like that. It's so nice.
I'm not entirely sure about chocolate orange.
No, I wasn't either. And I was like, I'll try a little bit. And I was like,
my favourites is chocolate orange as well.
Holy shit, that cheese is really tasty.
Well, this is obviously a wargaming show, so...
What have you been up to, Elston? Wargaming related?
I've been pushing myself to try the ultimate batch painting experience and try and hit up an entire army at one go. So... Wargaming Online have kind of been doing this Chronicles event thing, so I've been like, well, a little bit of motivation, and plus 8th edition's come out, and I didn't actually have a 40k army, so I was like, I need a 40k army, and I need it pretty quick. So, yeah, I'm currently painting about 100 Marines in one hit.
Shall we do a little pan down to show the the relentless challenge that you've decided to go for.
Hang on. Sorry for the motion sickness, everyone.
Look at that. That is just a thing of beauty right there.
Beastly.
So yeah, there's a lot there.
That Dorado Dreadnought looks fucking immense. I love it. Reminds me of something out of Armored Core.
Yep. Now, interestingly enough, while we've all been off doing whatever we've been doing and stuff like that, I've had a few different links pop up mentioning you and me, Spud, for certain different things which we are associated with. Now, first off is the Starship Troopers movie. Is it? I cannot remember what it's called. Traitor of Mars or something?
Yeah. I saw it a while back. It was well sick.
Yeah, I was dribbling a little bit when I saw that. I was like, because it kind of looks like it's a throwback to the first movie again. I was just like, this is just awesome. Like, this is just cool. So, does anyone know when that's coming out?
Is it live action or CGI?
CGI.
Yeah.
No, man. The Starship Troopers CGI, the movies they're doing are.
I know, but CGI titties just aren't as good.
Mate, if you check out the Invasion, they did a CGI movie, Starship Troopers, called Invasion. The titties are pretty nice on it. I know it's weird. I know it's weird.
I can't ever watch the original Starship Troopers now without. Oh god. Oh shit. I can't think about the original Starship Troopers movie now without thinking to myself, that is the first time I ever saw titties. Like out, like on film, on TV, like legit titties. It was also the first thing I ever masturbated to as well. Oh! Yes. So now every time see that scene where Rico and that ginger one are doing it, she takes the top off. You will now know that little Jojo was jerking his little Jojo back in the day.
Oh my god. Is this just a dream? It's like come on, like and last night I had the craziest dream last night as well. That there was some like song going on in my head and I'm like, this is well sick. And then I woke up and it was a wood pigeon outside in it was the same beat as the wood pigeon singing. And the thing is, I told that person that I've been talking to the same thing. She went, please don't say that to the public. And I was did. And it was so weird. Because it was so strange. Because I'm like, oh, this sounds well sick. And then I woke up and then the wood pigeon outside were making the same noise. And I was like, I could still say the same song in my head.
How does it go? How does it go?
It goes, I don't know. I don't know.
Did you know that wood pigeons make that?
I feel sick.
Yeah.
And the thing is, maybe the first time we ever heard it together, and I thought it were an owl. I'm like, I didn't think owls come out here. She's like, it's a wood pigeon.
Well,
I think Spud's broken, man.
Yeah, it's usually me.
Oh, that's what happens when you down like a pint of 7% fucking beer and take your fucking meds. That's what happens.
The wood pigeon owl.
You're gonna break him, Jojo.
What a sick song that
was.
Like.
Yeah, you definitely broke him on that one, Jojo.
Amazing.
Cheese and bread. Cheese and bread.
I don't even know where that subject came from. That was what that was talking about Starship Troopers. Oh no, it was about JoJo.
I just said I joined the chat at the right time. This is my perfect moment. When did he join? The bit about my first masturbation experience. Spud is dying about a ravey wood pigeon. Sick hoots.
Wonderful. So, just to give a bit of note, like heads up to the chat, we had Kilroy V2, we had Graham Rigg, and Bazooka J Rambo in the chat this evening so far.
Got like 5 people watching.
Yeah, I think more people will show up eventually, but yeah, it might be a bit too much for some people with this kind of topic.
Well, you know, you're gonna come back with a bang. You know, it'd be a bit boring if we just went, yes, so, 8th edition rules analysis is the fact that this game is quite evenly balanced now, yeah, and it is now a lot less fluffy than
But it's going from that to it's little Jojo tugging off his little Jojo,
and dance songs made by a wood pigeon.
Yeah.
No.
Fiat David Goethe.
Right.
I feel sick.
Oh, and the other video we got tagged in as well was Luke's APS did a video on primers, and
holy shit,
yeah, it's generally quite interesting as well. He doesn't have any specific kind. He uses any primers, like all the cheap stuff as well. Apparently gets a pretty good result. So
one that I found is really good at the moment, actually. Where the fuck is it? Oh, I had one to hand, literally. Oh, here it is. 1 second. We've got to address the subject of primers.
Your dad's bad.
I find the really, really cheap and nasty one from like pound shops and stuff. That one.
I'm fine.
It's a really good one, especially if you're doing terrain and stuff. It's fucking brilliant.
Awesome sauce. So yeah, people were thinking of us at least, so that was nice. So right. So wargaming, or at least topics that people have put on a wargaming Facebook page. It might not be wargaming, but are you guys ready for it?
I am ready.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What is the sickest hoot beats you've seen this year?
Please. I can't do this right now.
So we have one, and this is no particular order. We have just a simple statement, "Booyah," which I think is quite fitting.
Booyah!
Anyone got anything to say on booyah?
Hoorah!
Hoorah, booyah. Uma?
Hoorah.
Ooh la la. So let's put it all together, people.
I can't breathe. I feel sick.
Jojo, you're gonna have to keep that on standby.
No, please don't.
I'm trying to find like a wood pigeon techno remix.
There's not going to be a wood pigeon techno remix.
Supreme the Born Kings.
There goes the monetization.
Wood pigeon in it. No, it doesn't. It's just that over and over again. Just fucking rave on, man.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't think you're going to get any copyright flags for that. If like some I don't know, it sounded like some dickhead that's just done it on the fucking Cubase or something like that. I don't know.
I'm gonna see if I can. Let's try this. Archon the Lion Wood Pigeon remix. Oh no.
As if we're looking for this.
Dancing Pigeon remix. What's on this?
Oh,
Nope. Nope. Right. That was just a pigeon walking up and down on the street, and someone's put music to it. He's stepping in time with the music.
Oh, another thing I've
So,
been doing,
yeah.
actually, war game related. I've been practicing. I've over the course of doing Space Marines, so various different chapters. You end up collecting a lot of like Space Marine heads and stuff. And one of the things that I've been doing is practicing faces like a lot. Because obviously I had a lot of Space Marines to do. You probably won't be able to see that, but I've just been every now and again I get a little bit bored and I'll just do like a Space Marine face. Oh, it focused, nice.
Nice.
Oh no, it's out of focus. Oh, it shit the bed. And I've been gradually doing bits of just little bits of hedge, just teaching myself how to do like skin and stuff really effectively and things like that. I've also got a competition. Oh, there he is. There's
Come on,
Doge.
Come on, monster! Stop making a racket.
Oh, he's gone. He's fucked.
Oh, no, he's on a warpath at the moment.
But yeah, so the local the hobby store that my mate runs up, he's doing a Primaris Space Marine competition, and he's basically said right here because Workshop apparently have given loads of Primaris Space Marines out to all their retailers and sellers and distributors and all that kind of stuff, and he's got 50 of them, so he's given one to like everyone and said, right, who can convert up and paint the best Primaris Space Marine is going to get a £10 voucher. I was like, God damn it, I want a £10 voucher to buy more X-Wing. Sit kind of dual plasma wielding badass space wolf. So
It's
quite
looking
heavily
very cool.
very wolfy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to get painted up tomorrow after I finish work and pop him in the cabinet on Tuesday, and hopefully land myself a £10 voucher. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Right. Now, what else have we got? Loki, be quiet. He's not going to be quiet, is he? Nope.
We're looking after my fiance's mum's dog at the moment, and the pair of them just make each other bark. We've nearly lost our voices so far this week, going, "Shut the fuck up, you fucking dogs! Shut the fuck up now!" And just yelling at them. Fucking horrible.
Right. So, let's go on to some topics and let's see what you guys think and see if Spud is compos mentis enough with us to carry on without giggling.
Stop it. I'm ignoring you all now.
Don't do that, Spud. We're going to make for a very interesting show.
Yep. So, first one is, who is your favourite painter?
Elsination and the Great Jojo, man.
Oh, mine is Spud Tate and Elstonation.
Oh.
Mine's Duncan Rhodes.
Fuck you.
Wow. Wow.
I knew that was coming.
This actual guy. Praise the Lord.
Out of maybe perusing on Facebooks and people you may have seen professionally painting and stuff like that, have you got any ones that you think stand out to you every time you see their work?
My favourite painter to this day for a long time is Mr. Moggy.
Yes.
His painting is it's phenomenal. It is incredible. Every time, because he's been published quite a few times now in White Dwarf, hasn't he, Moggy?
He's I think he might be doing something. He told us the other day that he might have something in the works with a certain large company that makes that has released a certain new version of a game. So he may be working on something or something like that. So yeah,
Nice.
I find his work very clean. Like it's immaculate. Like
It's
the lines.
Perfect. Moggy McGee, you just admit. I wish one day to be as good as that.
Yeah. So
Like whenever I say like whenever someone has like, because everyone's got we've discussed this many times in Chilean War Games. Pro painted. When I think pro painted, I think like Moggy's level of painting. If I see something advertised as pro painted, I want it to be that standard minimum.
yeah, very much so. There's the eBay and the rest of the world pro painted, and then there's the actual people who are pro painters.
Who enter Golden Demon and do all that kind of
stuff.
I personally like Dennis from Savage Forge Minis.
Dennis is very good as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I also like Little Legend, just for the high contrasts. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I generally think that's quite cool. So, anybody else got any pro painters they want to sort of flag out, shout out?
Spud, anything?
Elsa Nation. It's one of my favourite painters. Moggy, same. War Master painting.
Yep, War Master.
I've not seen him for time either. I don't know if he's asleep or whatever. I was dancing to dancing to wood pinching techno remixes. I don't know how he's gone. He's just a naughty pirate.
He still puts updates up. But I don't know if he's doing as many commissions now. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But yeah, he's a very good painter. I'm trying to think. There are loads, and if someone put them on Facebook, I'll be like, yeah, sorry, forgot about that.
There's too many to say. There's too many fantastically, amazingly skilled people out there. I couldn't, like I say, there's too many. There was just far too many. You'd be there forever naming them all.
A bit like
I am not one of them. My painting's getting there, but it's not that good of a level, I don't think, yet.
But there's people like Ben Comets and stuff like that who just out of this world kind of level. But you also get people like Pezapu, who's also won Golden Demons for his painting. That's Pezapu's painting's really good, really good. So, yeah, there are a lot. And apologies if we not mentioned. There's quite a lot, and we can't really remember them all off the top of our head. So.
Plus, it's a Saturday evening. I'm tired. Elson's tired. Spud is drunk and on drugs.
Yeah. Spud is on a new existence right now.
Yes.
By drugs, we mean medication. Spud is medicated.
Yeah, I'm medicated. Every Saturday, I'm usually medicated. Last Saturday, derail. Last Saturday, the first weekend ever that I didn't take anything because I didn't play rugby. It was so cool. But I was drinking from 10 o'clock in the morning till. So I drank from 10 o'clock to about 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I didn't go to sleep till 8:30. Had about 2 hours sleep, woke back up. My friend left at like 1:45. I got on the 2:15 train back into Leeds and didn't get home till like 8 o'clock at night.
That's
some hardcore. That's some hardcore living right there.
Without any medication or anything, just pure testosterone, vegetables, and awesomeness.
Awesome. Right. Now, here's an interesting question for you two.
Yeah.
You ready for this one?
I'm ready. My arsehole is ready.
Right. Are dragons better than tanks?
Oh.
Yes.
It's tricky.
That is a... Well, okay, you can't say in general because I think in terms of narrative, dragons are indeed better than tanks. But in terms of like your whole sci-fi type set, then if you got like space dragons and tanks, like space tanks always win
Yeah.
because they just look cooler.
The general, because I was thinking, this is actually one of my questions, because I was thinking the other day, I was like, what's better, sci-fi or fantasy? And I was having a hard time trying to point it down. I was like, well, what's the difference between it? I was like, swords versus guns. And I was like, my initial thought was who would win in a fight? I was like, gun, easy. So I'm like, okay, so that doesn't really work. But what's cooler, a sword or a gun? Because then I start going to like Star Wars. We have lightsabers, which are still swords, that can stop guns.
In a sci-fi setting, yeah.
Yeah. So then
it's difficult to think about because if you're like me, you tend to flip backwards and forwards between fantasy and sci-fi.
Sure, yep.
So, because I like them both equally, but a lot of one, and then stop it, and then do the lot of another, and then stop that, and then go back and just switch between the two.
Sure, yeah, and I'm still waiting for the day when someone brings across dragons into sci-fi. As far as I can see, no one's really done it yet.
Helldrake!
That's not a dragon, that's a demon. It's not a dragon.
It's a dragony demon.
Nah.
I think
more like a pterodactyl. But breathes fire.
Yeah, well, technically, it's a worm.
Well, yeah, or a wyvern.
Because it's not got a tail.
Does wyverns have to have tails?
I think they do.
Yeah. Oh, I guess a lot of them have stingers and stuff, but
yeah, I mean, I think if someone said, "What do you prefer, painting dragons or tanks?" I would prefer to paint and model on dragons.
Yeah.
Because you can do such crazy color schemes and stuff, whereas tanks, I mean, you can make an ironic tank. You can paint a tank freaking bright, luminous pink, and freaking yellow detailing to be ironic because a tank's supposed to be camouflaged. It's not supposed to be a big fucking eyesore that's going to be shot straight away. Whereas dragons kind of don't care. If you're a dragon, you're a dragon.
Yeah.
You don't get much more yo, hello, fuck you in the face than a dragon. So you want to paint it all bright colours and stuff like that.
Now the flip side to that as well, tanks, you've got a flat surface. So you've basically got a canvas. So you could, if you're more of a traditional painter, is you can start painting artwork on the side of the tank. And that becomes a little bit tricky with the dragon because of the 3D thing. So
scaly.
Yeah, makes it a bit tricky, but I think you can do a lot more other stuff, like shading and like the amount of scales and stuff, veins, and I think there's a lot more to it, whereas tanks, you're probably looking for shadows, rust, wear and tear, battle damage sort of stuff.
I dislike doing the weathering on tanks just because I don't think I can do it quite right yet. I can't really do it justice. But dragons, I completed that big Grumvid Kajira. Completed him, and he's finished. Really fucking enjoyed him. I want to get the other big beasties from Reaper because they're like really decent prices. They're quite nice and chunky. I reckon I could do some. Like I want to do like sounds fucking really weird. I want to do like a big rainbow dragon and like have each scale like a different color, like a different random color.
Oh, I'll tell you one you might like is they've done a new one recently. I think it's called Tiamat. But it's a dragon with like 7 heads. It's huge. But you could have a different color head for each one. But I think it's only just come out. Graham Rigg knows about it because he was telling me about it on the chilling chat. Spud? Do you know
really drunk.
Awesome. What do you think about dragons and tanks?
Dragons are well good. I wish I were a dragon.
Yeah? What kind of dragon?
I'd be a techno dragon.
Techno dragon.
Techno wood pigeon dragon.
Oh my days! Yeah, it'd be so good. Like I'd just like anywhere I go, instead of fire, I breathe techno wood pigeon dance tunes, and like I'd land into a city and be like, And then obviously it'd be like techno at the same time, but obviously I'm not one of those techno wood pigeon dragons, so I can't do both at the same time. But if I were, I could do that. I'm like techno wood pigeon sound at the same time, and like it'd be so sick, like it'd be so addictive. It'd be like that song by LMFO, like everybody.
I'm shuffling.
Every day I'm stuck listening. It was like that, but obviously that everyone would be like dancing to my wood pigeon techno music instead.
So, what do you think about tanks?
Tanks. So if I had to be a tank,
Well, the conversation is dragons versus tanks.
oh,
Like, which
as,
one's
in,
cooler?
as in a fight.
No,
As in
no,
a fight.
no,
Oh.
which is cooler because
Oh, dragons well cooler. Like a tank is just like anyone can make whatever. Like I can make a cool tank, but dragons are like just like cool, aren't they? They're like normal. Like a tank, I could like, I don't know, have a tank. Tanks are made out of I don't know. I can't really explain the stuff.
Are you having a brain meltdown there?
Like this is
Just
my
you-
general
Like, you need to be rebooted, man.
People still ask me to this day, like how I make day-to-day life. While I'm at work, for them 6.5 hours, I'm actually really normal. I'm very professional and I'm really good at my job. But then before that and after that, like I don't understand how I get from day-to-day life. Like I just don't get it. The other day I fell asleep before rugby. Like I set an alarm, right? I should tell people this. I don't understand why. Right? And my alarm went off and I jumped. There was nobody in my house. I jumped out of my bed and I was like, I'm awake, I'm awake. But like, who was actually telling them that I'm awake? Because there was no one there. Did I tell you about the blender as well?
No?
Oh, the blender situation. Only a few people know about the blender situation. This is top
Right.
Now, us two and 4 others will know.
so the blender, right? So I went to go get a blender with my friend because I needed a blender. Right? I went to Argos. Right? He's got to stick at this time, man. I had no alcohol, no medication, nothing at all. Right? So I went to Argos, right? And she went, well, that blender's really good. And I'm like, oh no, I can't have that one. It only blends cream. And she went, no, that's the colour of it. I'm like, oh. So she burst out laughing. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, that's the colour of the blender, not that it only just blends cream. I'm like, oh. Moments.
Oh, Bazooka J Rambo's just put an awesome comment in to the tune of Bodger and Badger. Every Ghost Spud plays with Pigeon Tank. Oh, if anyone's not from the UK, Bodger and Badger was a sort of like a show for kids where you had a puppet badger that loved mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes!
Yeah, it was slightly trippy, to say the least, sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Then again, I think all the programs when we were children were a little bit mental.
Well, they weren't right. They were definitely dreamt up by LSD-drenched adults.
Yeah, most definitely. Most
I'll
definitely.
beer and medication.
Yes. So, right, next topic is favourite YouTube channel.
Elsa Nation and Guru Zero.
Yeah! Subscribe, please. Help me break my lose 4, gain 4 circle of death.
Jojo Man. See, I really enjoy your Make Me Ramble. So literally every time one of them comes back, I just sit there and go, it's cool. Listen to Jojo go off on one about something. So
I've not had the energy to do many recently. I've just been like, because like my office is so crowded now. Like it is disgusting at this office. You can't even move. So I can't set up my camera properly to get like the best kind of light. It's that bad. It's really bad.
yeah. Oh,
I'm like I should be on one of those hoarder shows.
fair enough. What's your favourite channel then, Jojo?
Favorite YouTube channel or wargaming related YouTube channel?
I'd probably say Wargaming because you could I mean, YouTube channel could be. But then
Okay,
again,
so the favorite thing that I like to do, because I like to use YouTube to like put on in the background when I'm like painting or when I'm building or something.
sure.
I really like 40k theories and Vaults of Terror.
Yep.
Like massive fan of their stuff. I just love listening to their playlist, especially Ed from Vaults of Terror. He's just one of those voices that you can just listen to for ages.
I kind of want the Vaults of Terror videos to be longer because he only does them around about 10, 15 minutes max. And you're like, oh, come on, just do it for a bit longer.
I know. But I really like all his like Primarch videos and all his Horus Heresy stuff that he's doing. It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. I used to really like watching Arch Warhammer, but the problem is he started sort of verging into the realms of politics and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, I don't like, this is fantasy, sci-fi, nerdy stuff. If you're going to talk about politics, I don't really want to be involved in that. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, Spud, you got any, apart from us, you got any favorite YouTube channels? Wargaming wise. Not techno wood pigeons.
Can I just be real honest? I've not watched a wargaming thing in like months.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. When you were doing a hobby back in the day, did you have a favorite one?
Yeah, I really like Super Saiyan.
Yeah, Super Saiyan.
He's a lad.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff, some really good stuff.
And he watches the show as well, which is...
He does. Is a hero.
Yeah, he's awesome. So I want to meet him one day because he goes to the shows and stuff like that. So
yeah, I've not met him in real life.
No, I would like to catch up with him at some point. So next time he's at the show, I will try and hunt him down. But he knows what I look like, but I don't know what he looks like. So me hunting him down is kind of going to be stupid. So he's going to have to find me. So, but then again, I'm really small. I'm actually quite hard to find in a crowd. Like, it's quite tricky to find me, especially if I've got a cap on.
I did get concerned at Salute this year. I thought we were going to have to like find a balloon and like tie a balloon to your wrist so we could like see you in the crowd.
Oh, there he goes.
But if we'd done that, we would have just looked like your minders.
Yeah, that is true.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Praise the Lord.
Okie dokie. Right, so what we got next? Favorite music to listen to while hobbying. This kind of comes under the YouTube side of things.
Yeah, I don't really listen to music as such. I like, it's either like Vaults of Terror with me, as I said before, 40k theories, or an audiobook. Because you can just whack them on for like so long. Like an audio, like a Horus Heresy audiobook is like 8 hours long.
I think they're about 16, some of them. About double.
Yeah, some of them are, yeah.
So, but yeah, I've just finished the Korax one, and that was interesting. Lehman Rush gets his ass handed to him. So that.
By who?
I can't remember. It's something like the Thousand Sons Alpha Legion, Sons of Horus and World Eaters. Like, all of them give him a kick in or something like that, and Korax shows up to kind of help him out. So, it's weird. It's weird. I've never really heard it before. So, oh, okay. Yeah.
I normally listen to the audiobooks and stuff on YouTube, but it seems that Workshop has like a mass cull of like audiobooks on YouTube that people upload.
Yeah.
So while like more will pop up, and then a month later, like they'll just cull them all again. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I was halfway through something, now I've forgotten. Like, I was halfway through all the Garrow books. Like, Garrow is amazing!
Yep.
Such good audiobooks. And now I'm like,
Huh?
oh, now I've got to, like, start them again because I've forgotten where I'm up to.
Well, I'll tell you what. Talk to me after the show, dude, and I've got an idea to help you out with that. So,
Oh, really? Wink, 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 wink.
wink, 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 wink. So, Spud, favorite kind of music at the present moment in time?
I've got
Wood Pigeon Techno.
LOL. I've got a few bands actually that I've been listening to. Oh, about wargaming. Well, I'll just go through these bands I've been listening to. I've been listening to a band called Forget Tomorrow.
Okay.
I've been listening to a band called Being Is an Ocean. They're really cool. The Smith Street Band, they're like really chill out. They're like the main three bands I've been listening to like recently, like a lot.
Cool, nice. Right, let's.
Oh shit! Whilst we're on the music bands, R.I.P. Chester Bennington.
Oh yeah, that was.
I know, man.
That's really sad.
R.I.P. bro.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, it's not cool the way he went as well. I'm not overly happy with that. So, but yeah, hopefully, God rest his soul. Or if you, I'm not particularly religious, but hopefully there's peace somewhere in that for him. So, right, okay. I'm not going to dwell on being too sad because that was a very sad thing. So
yeah, sorry, I started to bum everyone out. I just thought it was
no, it's fine.
Acknowledging the great man that is Chester Bennington.
Yeah, I was going to mention it as well. I just didn't really know where, all that lot. So thank you for that. Yeah, bless him. 'Cause that was like some of the music he did was how I got through being a kid and a teenager and stuff like that. So, and I think a lot of people can sort of attest to that as well. So
yeah,
it is sad times. So, but hey ho, we shall move forward and persevere. Yes. So we then had the question, booyah. So yeah, that was that. Then we got hashtag bring back Cortez and hashtag Cortez lives. I wonder who put this one up here.
It actually wasn't me.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. That threw me. That has thrown me completely. Okay.
I didn't put anything up.
Well, basically, it looks like there's now a conspiracy theory that Cortez did Cortez die? I thought he was still alive.
Nope, he didn't die. He got when he had a fight with I think he had a fight with Gazgul, and they both went into the warp at the same time.
Oh, so he's just gone missing.
Yeah, they both gone missing.
I thought Gazgul came back. I don't know.
Yeah, Gazgul's still alive. He's still knocking about somewhere.
Yeah,
I think they're going to bring out, one of those like triumvirate sets.
Yeah.
I think they're going to bring out like the triumvirate of Armageddon or something, and it's going to be Commissar Yarrick, Gazgul, and then I don't know, something else.
Captain Cortez.
Yeah, maybe.
Wasn't High Marshal Helbracht Armageddon as well? Because I think he was organising a lot of the Astartes at Armageddon.
But, I don't know, but with High Marshal Halbert, you've got all his like servitor dudes as well that you've got to take into account. So I don't think they'd have that in one of those three model sets, because you want to have like the big bad, which would be like Gazgul. Then you want to have something else that goes with with Armageddon. So you'd have a new Commissar Yarrick, and then you got to meet your Space Marine quota. So you could quite easily have Cortez.
Do you think they'd actually do that with those three, though? Because all the triumvirates so far have kind of been on the same faction. So, like, the Primarch one, they're all kind of with each other. The Triumvirate, the Imperium, they're all on the same side. The Eldar, they're all on the same side.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they might not, but they might call it something different. But that would be a good mash-up box to have.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It would be awesome if they did something like that. I mean, even if it was like a small starter set, and you had Gazgul and sort of character and then a squad.
Let's face it, Gazgul needs a new model.
He needs a big model.
I mean, he needs like a fucking huge set of mega armor, and his head, he needs to have this crazy mega armor, and his head needs to be like fucking as big as a guardsman, kind of thing. Something monstrous. And like Yarrick just needs to be badass. I mean, the model of Yarrick at the moment is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I think it's pretty decent. But like the whole thing is like Gazgul's supposed to be this gigantic hulk of a creature, and Yarrick is just a normal dude.
Yeah.
And that's why it's supposed to be so mad, because Gazgul's so big and hard, and Yarrick's this tiny little guy, but he still manages to beat him every time.
I think what you'll find as well is like everything's getting upscaled to a degree with GW at the moment. So if it was like Space Marines have obviously been perked up to their size of what they should be, I can imagine Orcs are going to go that way. So if you're going to get big knobs,
Big knobs. Oh, 3 grown men sniggering at big knobs. You know what? You don't get any older mentally, do you? You always stay a child.
No. But yeah, like the big orcs.
Not big, he said big knob.
Yeah, you think they'd be like the size of the Primaris, or like bigger than them, sort of things. I don't know.
A knob is pretty much the size of a space marine, of a Primaris space marine. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
like
they are a
a
little bit
boss.
hunched. They're a lot thicker.
Yeah.
A big thick knob. A big thick
orcs.
veiny knob.
Yeah. All Bazooka
yeah, so-
is just put Yarrick in a power loader.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be
A
cool.
power loader wrangling big knobs, eh? Yeah. My knob's that big it needs a power loader to wrangle it. But yeah, you could do something like that, I guess.
Yeah, I just think orcs need a kind of a bit of a, because I don't think Eldar need to get any bigger. Eldar are kind of good size as they are.
Guardsmen as well. Tau as well. Tau are fine.
Yeah,
Guardsmen, yeah, I think Guardsmen have to go like a little bit smaller scale.
but yeah, the problem is you'd have to downscale the range, and the range is already there, so
Yeah.
it's a bit tricky to go smaller. It's easier to go bigger with Space Marines, but yeah.
I would like to see tanks get upscaled a little bit. And do you know, I wouldn't mind paying extra for them. I really wouldn't.
Like a Rhino to hold 10 Space Marines is a bit like,
Yeah.
wonder how they get in there.
I wouldn't mind paying like a $5 extra to get an upscaled Rhino. It doesn't have to be a new kit. All they got to do is just change the parameters on the fucking machine.
Yeah, the problem is though if they've got space on the sprue, they could do it. If they don't, they have to upscale the size of the sprue, and the sprue fits in all of their boxes.
Oh no, there's
For that.
loads of space on the Rhino sprue, man. Loads of fucking space.
So, but yeah, that would be that'd be an interesting thing. But yeah, I definitely think orcs need a bit of a size increase on some of the stuff. So the normal boys and stuff you can leave be, but some of the bosses I think generally do need to start getting a bit more hench. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
yes, I don't think there's anything else on that one.
What's the next on the poll?
What model are you painting? Tell us about it and the colours used.
LOL.
I'm not currently painting anything at the moment. I've been building. So as I said, I was building this Space Wolf dude for Stormforge, #Stormforge Hobbies and Games competition.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a Space Wolf. I'm going to kind of like do my own take on the Space Wolf colours. I'm going to kind of go for more of a, rather than the baby blue that Space Wolves are right now, I'm probably going to try and go for like a more grey blue.
I'm right. Okay. Cool.
And have just like pure yellow trim on the shoulder pads. And then obviously all the extra wolfy bits, like all the totems and trinkets and stuff, like gold and bronze and stuff like that. The usual stuff.
Cool.
My current painting is I'm actually painting. I don't have anything to show. It's all in my card from the other day when I was using it. I've been repainting my X-wing stuff. For those of you that don't know, X-wing is when you get it, they come pre-painted. They're pre-done. And they're all right. They're nice. You know, the models have got a lot of detail on them, but you know, when you just want to make them a little bit more unique. So I've been repainting mine, and because you can just paint over them basically because they're already pre-primed essentially because I've already got a layer of paint. So I mean I normally re-prime anyway just to. Oh, Elston's gone. Sorry, was I boring you, dude?
Yeah, see you later.
I guess I was boring Elston to death. Sorry, guys. So it looks like we'll. No, Elston's gone due to technical difficulties. But anyway, I will continue. So yeah, so the X-wing. I've just been doing it. I've been doing like red X-wing. I've been doing Scum and Villainy, and yeah, it's a case of I've just been doing red, practicing reds, because Pidge's X-wing is painted blue. So I thought I'll paint my red. So there's a nice contrast when we play games and he inevitably beats me because he uses cheesy tournament lists, which I can't beat or can never hope to beat. So yeah,
It's like, it's
no solid there whatsoever.
an underlying bitterness there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yes.
Only because he's fucking clever, and I can't outthink him. That's the reason why.
Wonderful. So,
Well, we know you're kind of doing your Thousand Suns. Anything else apart from them?
got a few
You've been
things.
dabbling in anything?
Yeah, I've got a few things. So, I've been working on this dude.
Oh, what is he? Minotaur of some description.
Yeah, I got him from Salute. He's a demon minotaur lord. So,
Looks ripped as fuck.
yeah, he's hench. So, yeah, I'm kind of doing him on the sidelines. Lol. And I'm also working on this one. I've still got his arms blue tacked in. Something just fell off, so I've probably just broken something. Is that Mr. Custodes Contemptor?
Oh, it's got a bit of a floppy sword.
Yeah, the joys of resin. Love it. Love it.
His rage is that intense that it's melted his weapon.
Yeah, so I didn't really see the point in bending it back.
Has that Custodes Dreadnought got a jump pack on?
No, it's just the way the custodians have all got their, because they don't have backpacks. The vents.
Right, is it built in?
Yeah, it's all built into their armor.
Okay.
So they all look like they've got jump packs. But saying that, I remember reading or listening to an audiobook where the Custodes, like, he had every tool, like every single, like, had a teleport home, he had a teleport device, he had a jump pack, but everything was just in his armor, so he could do everything. I was just like, these guys are amazing. But, yeah, I don't know if that's true. I don't think that's exactly
Pretty
accurate,
sick.
so.
I've been thinking about picking up the Custodes box set. Is it any good?
What, the Talons of the Emperor thing?
Yeah.
It depends if you want to start down that route. Like, you save
so
money.
I'm thinking of just getting like some Custodes just to help like bolster my Mechanicum forces and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, standard. I think they're toughness 5, 2 wounds, 2 palm save. Standard. They're beasts in their own right. Like, if you got Custodes, they'll take down 3 or 4, maybe 5 Space Marines in one hit.
Nice.
So yeah, they are monsters, but they're really expensive. So, Martin the Warrior says, anyone seen the new Primaris Dreadnought?
Yes. I know this question.
I don't know what to make of it. I really don't know what to make of
Well, it looks like it can't be tripped up and not get back up.
Yeah.
Like the other one just looks like it fell over. We're like, oh.
It looks to me like a Storm Talon on legs.
I've noticed as well on it, like I saw today, because a lot of people have got them early because, you know, they've got YouTube channels, and they did a comparison on Beast of War, and it's pretty much double the height of a normal Dreadnought. And it was just like, that's way bigger than I thought it was, and they were saying it's
Isn't
actually
it like
larger.
a 60 quid kit though.
No, I think it's 40.
That's pretty good.
So
It's only a little bit bigger than a Hellbrute though.
yeah, I don't know if they had small dreadnoughts on Beast of War, but it was generally was like nearly, in the comparison, it was like that sort of thing. So I don't know, but it looks. I didn't like it at first. I'm kind of getting more on the idea of it, but I'm not doing a Primaris.
I wish that they kept the Contemptor head.
Yeah, it's. I think it kind of makes me wonder because the new Primaris armor's kind of got Mark IV style resemblance to it, so it kind of makes you think they've gone back in time a little bit and they've mixed it with new stuff. And you're like, okay, cool. But the new the new Dreadnought is me. I don't want to staple it, but it doesn't look like they've used any retro parts at all or anything like that. They've just gone Dreadnought bigger, and that's kind of it.
The fist looks cool. The power fist looks pretty good. Although it does reminds me a lot of the whatchamacallit fist that the Cassellan robots have for the Mechanicum.
Yeah. I haven't really. It'd be nice to see one up close in person, just to kind of get a better understanding of it. But I've got enough stuff on my table at the moment, so I haven't really looked into things too much. So, yeah, I'm liking the look of it, but I don't really know. Don't really know. So,
Hold on 1 second, guys.
no worries. Spartacus, did you need to dash off and do your bits and bobs?
Soon, very soon, yeah.
That's cool, mate. If you want to, we are getting to the end of it. If you need to go now, that's fine, mate.
Yeah, man. I was supposed to be there 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to drop off? Me and Jojo will wrap up the show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah. Okay, buddy. Well, if you want to say goodbye to the internet, just so people don't miss you too much.
Goodbye, internet. Thank you very much for putting up with my craziness and mentalness. I'm sorry for medication. It's bad for you. Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's the words on the streets. So thanks for having us as always, and I'll see you hopefully in a week or two.
Cool. All right. Take it
Sorry,
steady, bud.
Bye.
Everybody. Bye.
Bye.
So, we've got Stephen Baker. Do you think regular Space Marines will disappear into the background? I've had a thought about this. I don't know. Potentially, I think as a long-term plan. You probably looking at least 5 years. I know it seems like a long time, or it might not seem like long enough, but potentially, I think maybe 5 years time that. Yeah, they could be gone. They could everyone's gotten upgraded. That's that. So
Sorry, chaps. The dog we're looking after was being weird, so I had to go sort it out.
No worries.
Gone?
He had to go. Yeah, sadly, he had to be somewhere 20 minutes ago. So I let him go because. Yeah.
Let him go. God. should we invite a lucky guest? Should we invite someone? Can we do that?
We can do. We just need to find someone who wants to come on the show and talk. So if they want to be on camera,
in the comments now, first one in the comments that wants to come on the show and talk.
But we
let
can't.
us know in the comments.
Yeah, but the problem is we can't give you the link on YouTube. It won't allow us to. So we have to do it on Facebook. So. Phil Kelly did say on the Twitch video that Audio Marines can be turned into Primaris Marines, so perhaps it's in the future would make sense that all Marines are upgraded. Yeah, that was my thought on it. So,
sorry, what were we talking about?
They had a question from Steve Baker saying, "Do you think regular Space Marines will disappear into the background?" I think potentially yes, but I think it's going to be a bit of a long roadmap to get there.
Yeah, I think that's the way they're aiming for it as well, personally.
Yeah, because eventually, if everyone can be upgraded, then yeah, it would make sense for everyone to be upgraded.
See, I think I said on the last probably episode of Chilly Wargamers, I really want to see what happens with the mutations and stuff. Like what happens when they implant a Primaris Space Marine that's not at like 90-odd% pure gene stock. Like what happens when they do Blood Angels or freaking Space Wolves or something? What's going to happen? What is going to happen? Are they just going to go crazy?
Like, can you imagine what Wolfen will look like?
I know.
2 foot taller or something like that.
Like Chewbacca on steroids.
Yeah, it'll be. I think it'll be really interesting when you get the kind of stuff like the Black Dragons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're going to be big. What I really want to see, to be honest, is Primaris Grey Knights. I really want to see Primaris Grey Knights because I think they're
so OP because they're already like better than a regular Astartes.
Exactly. You upgrade those guys and they're just going to be like,
Demons. There's just going to be no point in even taking demons.
Yeah, it'll be demons will have a hard time, but then again, demons have kind of like got this massive in the fluff wise. They're just like demons can show up anywhere now because half the galaxy's been torn in two.
Yeah.
So
totally.
They said one of my friends was reading the book, and they said that basically because of that rift, demons can just appear on Terra now, and there's no reason why not, because everything's so close to the rift that they can just materialize on Terra. And it's just like, oh god.
That kind of sucks a little bit for like your average citizen, you know, just
Yeah.
like la 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 la, going through my day, do my washing, open up the washing machine. Oh, it's a demon in there.
Yeah, well, like, Phil's not looking too good, is he? Like, nah, his belly's hanging out. Like,
I was reading something really interesting. Well, I was listening to something really interesting today. It was the Mark of Calth or Betrayal of Calth audiobook.
yeah.
And it was really interesting to like see the word bearers' take on like demonic possession and stuff. And I was like, okay. So there's two kind of main ways in which you could be possessed by a demon to like gain its strength. The first way is like to suck up to it and like do it slowly and give it all these offerings and like woo it basically into like giving you its power.
Yep.
But really, you're the slave to it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I'll give you this power if you do this to me. And then the other way is to just basically just throw yourself into the warp. If you're strong enough, you come out, you've just got a demon buddy. And he basically will do whatever you want. I'm like, the word bearer, I can't remember what his name was, but he was just like, well, we don't have time to do that. I don't have time to do the fucking slow route. And I wouldn't do the slow route anyway because it's fucking cowardly. I'm an Astartes, goddammit. And he just jumps into the warp and comes back to like this demon in him, and he's just like, "Yep, the demon's my bitch now."
I mean, have you read the First Heretic?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's a weird take. Because he's like
the Galvorback, they're fucked up,
and they're all like split personalities and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, my face is turning into my helmet. Oh god, this is weird. I can't take my helmet off anymore.
Well, that was like that. Excuse me. Just and because that was the thing, because they were like, oh well, we'll go into the immaterium and see what happens, and they just came back possessed.
Yeah.
Well, they had no idea what was going on. But like in the Betrayal of Calth, like they referred to the Galvorback as like fucking failed attempts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
That's weird.
Demon, half Astartes kind of thing. Well, it's like half of a half demon and half of a half Astartes or something, and it's like a weird hybridization. Like the two souls have kind of like fused, rather than it being two souls in one body. It's like half of each of their souls have fused. That's why they're all fucking horrible and gribbly.
Yeah, I'd never really. Well, I mean, it's a warp at the end of the day. To understand it, you've got to be absolutely bonkers. But I think I need to reread some of the book, like First Heretic, to get, because it's weird. I've not focused on the demons. I've just focused on the Primarchs, which I think is maybe the whole point of the Horus Heresy. You kind of focus on them. But it's like it seems like the Primarchs are just like they either succumb to them, or they like on the loyalist side they're like no, they just shut the door down like no way. Or you get the bad guy Primarchs, which are like I don't care about demons, I can take on demons easy. Like Conrad Kurz gets thrown into the warp, a couple of days later gets flung out again, tearing a demon in half, and he's just like oh. Right, I've got to find somewhere to go now. So, yeah. You're like, but like people like Angron and stuff like that, because they don't have a demon input into their soul. They just become demons. They become demon princes.
They're just too badass. That's why.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. I'm like
I don't know. Like Korn must be there, and he must be like, "Oh, hey, Angron. Yeah, you're cool, man. You're cool. You're not gonna get possessed. I'm just gonna give you demonic powers because you're that badass. You're not as badass as me because I'm fucking Korn.
Yeah,
but you're pretty good."
So it makes you wonder as well, because you remember Forge World did that bloodthirsty mob called Angarath or something like that. It was supposed to be like the head bloodthirster. Yeah. Does Angron match him now?
I think so. He must do.
It's going to be
a demon Primarch, isn't he? So that's basically like on the same level as like a demon lord. It must be.
Yeah, because you think there's people like Scarbrand as well. And you're like,
Yeah.
Scarbrand versus Angron. What? It'd be really interesting to see those fights, I think.
I would love to see a GW Angron
Yeah.
Demon Primarch. That would just be fucking amazing.
I wouldn't
Although
be
they would
surprised.
have a hard time making it look not just like another Bloodthirster.
Yeah, that is the trick, really, isn't it? Because you can't really. They've all got wings. They've all got like an axe, and they're all like charging at stuff. So how do you make?
I think that they would have to incorporate a lot more of Angron's character.
Like
in.
the
Like Angron, because he had like the crazy like Macandrite dreadlock things.
yeah,
And they could have like the butcher's nails like on the actual model.
yeah,
Were they there or were they there? I can't
they
remember.
come
They
like at the back of the well, I think some of them came around to the scalp and they pulled back like a basically like
I don't
dreadlocks.
know. But like to do that, they should like have all that and like give him like 2 axes and stuff, and just make him look a bit more characterful.
Yeah, I mean, if you've seen the size of Magnus and stuff they did on that, I'm like, surely Angron's going to be a little bit bigger than that.
Well, no, but Magnus was already one of the biggest Primarchs anyway.
Yeah, that's true, but you think Khorne would be like, yeah, I'm going to make... Because I would expect Angron to be the size of Angrath to kind of make it work, but you start
But we'll have to
playing
see
around.
how big Mortarion is when they bring out Mortarion in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, that'll be quite interesting.
Because then we'll get a sense of how big the other Demon Primarchs are kind of going to be.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like exception? Like he is the giant.
Yeah, because he's going to be like he's supposed to be like the Grim Reaper, like tall walking thing. So it will be really interesting to see the size of these, because if all of them are going to end up being this size, the Loyalist Primarchs look really diddy in comparison. Like really, really diddy.
Alternatively, the Loyalist Primarch, but like it kind of makes it that much more epic because, like, for example, you got Robert Gurleyman. He's got the Emperor's sword, hasn't he? Which is like ultimate. You can imagine like this clash. Like Robert Gurleyman is like he's like a pretty big guy, like Magnus the Red. So you've got Robert Gurleyman there, and Magnus the Red like there. Magnus the Red brings down his fucking crazy ass stuff, like about to like smack him, and he just blocks it.
Yeah.
It makes things that little bit more epic, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, have you read?
It's like overbearing foe and this small guy that's just like the same strength as him, even though he's like a fraction size.
There's an audiobook I listened to recently. I think it's called The Wolf of Ash and Fire or something like that. And it's basically got the Emperor fighting, and it's the first time I've ever seen the Emperor be fighting in a book. And they kind of make it seem like the new Superman movie. They kind of go like that. He kind of seems like
Dragon
that.
Ball style.
Yeah, like that. But then he sort of just does one hit, and it's like, it's just like. But they kind of make it seem like that. Whether or not that's true, that's just the way I'm getting the feel from it. But there is a point where the Emperor gets like really badly hurt, and I think Horus has to step in and save him, sort of thing. So, and that's only from orcs. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Do you think that Workshop will ever make an Emperor model? Do you reckon Forge World will do it first?
Forge World will do it first. I'm pretty sure Forge World.
After they finish the crap, like this is what the Emperor looks. It's kind of like that whole thing. Like no one knows what God looks like, so no one ever portrays God as anything other than like just like a hand coming down from a cloud. Like it's going to be a bit blasphemous, I think, because everyone's already got their own idea what the Emperor looked like in their head.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad with the Emperor, because you have seen pictures of him and stuff like that.
I mean, he is essentially Space Jesus, so...
Yeah, and that's kind of it. Like, you're not going to expect him to have a beard or look rugged or anything like that. It's just like guy with long black hair.
Yeah.
Kind of, really. That's...
He-Man looking like...
Yeah.
Not, like, fucking very grim and stoic and heroic.
Yeah, I think that will be the way they do it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I definitely think Forge want to get there first because I think they're gonna have to do rules for him before GW do that. Because
I mean, surely it should just be you win. special Emperor of Mankind. Like what is it? No, it's not even weapon skill. This is skill anymore. It's hits on twos in combat. Hits on twos in shooting. Wounds on twos. Like
it's
whatever it is.
gonna be
Wounds 50. Attacks 20. That kind of stuff. Special rule. You win. You
Yeah,
put this guy down the table. You win.
yeah, I'll agree with you. He's gonna have to be OP, like to be any kind of representation of it. But I think Forge World at that point are gonna have to start doing the demon Primarchs because that's the only way Horus, like in the books, kind of gets to the level where he can take on the Emperor. Because just taking on the Emperor on his own,
I think what they'll do. I think they'll do the final Primarch, and everyone will be like, "Oh yeah, Emperor's next. Oh yeah," and then Forge will be like, "Let's drag this out a little bit longer. Here's all the Demon Primarchs now. Here's Demon Horus, and then finally the Emperor, so that you can have that climactic Emperor Demon Horus fight."
Oh, that would be teasing. That would be very.
That would.
Teasing.
That would be teasing that I would be fine with though, because I'd be like, yeah, the hype would be immense.
Yeah,
they would sell.
Well, there's one last topic.
Millions of that model.
There's one last topic which it kind of links in with what we're talking about right now.
Right.
The topic is, what do you think will happen next in the 40k timeline?
Oh. It's very open at the moment, though. Loads of stuff potentially could happen. I mean, I think that they're going to bring back a bunch of the Primarchs, and then I think that they're going to leave it for a good couple of years then. Think about it. Why do you want to rush to the end of a universe, which potentially means that you're basically putting a time limit on how much money you're going to make in the long run? So I think they're going to maybe release a couple more Primarchs, or they might even release all the Primarchs and then leave it for like 10 years. Date and keep doing little bits and re-release and stuff and things like that, and then they'll forward it on. But I think as it is, I think that the Emperor is going to either going to die and then be reincarnated, so that Workshop or Forge World can make a model for it. Because why would you fucking want to just ditch that cash cow?
Yeah.
Or they're gonna do something and they're gonna like magic, or he's not gonna die. He's just gonna basically magic himself back. Or like Russell, because space magic, all right? Back with the fruit from the tree of life and just ram it into the Emperor's face and just be like, "Eat my father," and then he's going to regenerate. Or they're going to kill him. They're going to switch off his throne and he's going to regenerate because he's a perpetual.
Potentially, yeah. It's I definitely think the thing is they could tease it out. Because, I mean, they were teasing out 40k before they started all this stuff. And there's no reason why they wouldn't do that. Why they wouldn't carry on doing that. Just going, yeah, the Emperor might come back. Or he might not.
I mean, another avenue they could go down is, like, I don't know, maybe the Primarchs come back and, like, they all basically go... I think there's going to be a civil war. There's going to be a civil war, definitely. Another... Not Horus Heresy Law. It's going to be basically Primarchs versus the High Lords of Terror. That's how it's going to be.
That would be interesting.
Because the High Lords aren't going to want to give up their power. The Primarchs are going to want, like, to have it their way because they're basically the freaking sons of the Emperor.
Hasn't
I think
already like said that he's now the regional state or whatever thing?
Yeah, he has. Doesn't mean the High Lords have to like it.
No,
the High Lords don't remember have the Minotaurs, which are the most numerous and well-equipped Space Marine chapter in the current timeline.
Could be debatable against the Grey Knights.
No. There's way more Minotaurs than there is Grey Knights.
I don't know what
Way.
they never said how many Grey Knights there were because they don't follow chapter tactics, so that could be an interesting thing.
I mean, I can also see them going.
There's
I
also
can
the
see them
custom.
kind of avoiding making an Emperor model altogether by
Yeah,
basically going, oh, his life support gets switched off and he ascends to godhood.
Yeah,
And then each army then can have their own avatar of the Emperor. So that means that they can then make avatar models for each loyalist faction. So Space Marines would have like a Space Marine Emperor avatar. The Mechanicum would have like the avatar of the Omnissiah, which would look amazing.
Oh,
It's like a gigantic robot.
if they ever did the actual Necron Dragon thing,
Void Dragon, yeah.
yeah, I that would just be like, oh yeah, space dragons.
Too big. I don't think they'd be able to make. I think if anything, they would make a Forge World terrain tile of it because he's that big.
Yeah, potentially. Well, unless he's an avatar of the dragon.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But like, then you've got like obviously you've got your nuns with guns. They would have their own kind of like avatar, and the Imperial Guard. Like you can imagine the Imperial Guard's like avatar of the Emperor would just be like a giant tank. Like just like the god. The God Hand or the God Fist Emperor Incarnate, Death Machine or something like that. And it's just like a Bane blade with like 20 turrets or something. I think they would do so. I mean that would be if GW were like wanted to like make more money out of it. That would be it. And then at the end of that, maybe they could go right. This is the actual Emperor model now.
Potentially. Graham Collins actually put a nice comment in. I reckon the Emperor actually regenerated 10,000 years ago. He's just spent his time sitting there in his slippers, enjoying the godhood and everything that's been going on in his name.
Like, do you watch if the Emperor had a text-to-speech?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. But that's basically it. The Emperor wasn't like. He wasn't a vegetable. He was just choosing not to speak because he couldn't be asked because he hated everybody.
That's awesome. I like that avenue of thinking. So, well, I think we've been going for over an hour and a half. Well, nearly an hour and a half now. So,
yeah, almost 2 hours actually.
Yeah, it's been a long one. So
what a ramble! What a show!
Yep, Spud. We've even put Spud to sleep, literally.
I know.
So we have to leave. Yeah, it's getting interesting with Spud these days because he hasn't done any wargaming in like 6 months. So asking him questions on wargaming can be interesting these days. So we have to find the ways to get him involved still. But it's like he's all.
You can't actually wargame without Spud.
Yeah, most definitely. So I think it is though. I think it is time to start bringing guests back onto the show, and having some new people to talk to because me and Jojo could probably ramble about this for hours. Will it change direction? Probably not. We'll probably go on the same topic for days.
On the next show, I was thinking we could get my mate Dan, who does Stormforge on. We could talk a little bit about that, get some publicity for the shop.
Sounds very cool. Sounds very cool to me. Graham Collin actually put another comment here. Seriously, though, all joking aside, it's entirely feasible that he has regenerated and he's just been playing God in the background. That's my theory anyway. He may well have, because if he's got, if all the Primarchs have got powers that he's got, one of the Primarch powers, which isn't well known, is Corax's, where he can just make himself not be seen by you. But Corax can just go, you can't see me, and you can't see him. Like, the scanners will still pick him up there, and thermal imaging will, but you'll just be like, Do
you reckon the corpse on the throne is actually fucking Malcador and the Emperor just switched his body? There you go, Malcador, corpse. Yeah. Just sit there and look pretty for a couple of million years.
There's this is a bit of a, well, it's not necessarily a spoiler, but there's an audio book, like a mini audio mini one, where there's a Night Lord which is sided with the Raven Guard. Like
Right.
he's kept loyalist, but he's trying to teach the Raven Guard about terror tactics and stuff like that.
Right.
But there's a bit at the end where they're chasing someone down. They walk into a room and all of them have been massacred. And he's like, what the hell happened here? And Korax just pokes his face out of the middle of the room. Like, you can't see the rest of it. It just goes, thanks for the distraction. And then just disappears again. And the Night Lords are going, that is scary. That is really scary.
That puts the woolies up us.
Yeah, it's like, that is true terror. That face just came out of nowhere and told me thanks, and then disappeared again. I was thinking that if I saw that as well, if I was in the room, everyone's dead, a face popped out and goes, thank you, and then disappeared again, I'd be like, nope, bowels go, let yourself go. That would not be fun, so. But yeah. Dan from Stormforge, yeah, we can sort out. If you can sort him out a time,
I'll see if he wants. I'll ask him on Tuesday when I go down there, and we'll see if we can get him on.
Yep, that's cool. If anyone has anyone they would like to bring on the show, or if you would like to come on the show, that's
nominate
fine.
Someone, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to put the word out to some of our regulars, like hopefully get Alex from Ark World to come on the show. That'd be quite cool. Potentially, I've got James from Siege Studios to come on and have a chat with us about commission painting and the business and stuff like that, which I think could be quite fun. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some more people. I'm also trying to encourage some of the guys from Wargamer Online to come on the show. So not necessarily Sam and Phil, but I'm trying to get Mike and possibly some of the others. So Akaria, hello. We're kind of starting to wrap things up, so. Yeah, sorry. It's we've been fluctuating around.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, sorry, dudes. But it's a really.
But the great thing is, you'll be able to go back and watch the whole damn thing soon.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, to be honest with you. The beginning of the show is a bit nuts. So yeah. But yes, if you guys have any people you would like to see on the show, or you are a person that has a YouTube channel, wants to promote something, and wants to come on the show, drop us a message, drop us a comment, something like that. We can sort out. We're not the most organized group in the world, so I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah. If you get a last minute spur of the moment thing, oh, could you do this? Could you do that? Oh no, we change it for the day. Please don't hold it against us.
Yeah,
we have personal lives as well.
Yeah, it happens. So we will try our best, and we don't like conflicting with other wargaming shows as well, because we're not that regular. And they probably are, so
yeah,
try to work around them. So,
well, that's the charm of chilling wargamers. It's just chilling. Everyone just chills. It's not really that structured. It's great.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah. It's. I like to say that we're kind of maybe Wargamer Online's evil twin, but we were here first, and then we drank the Jekyll and Hyde potion, and they became the good side.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
We're the unprofessional other kind of side of it. So.
Well, there's no fun being professional.
Oh, yeah, there's no fun. There's no fun.
Anyway, on that bombshell, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to punch that like button in the face. Don't forget to leave a comment in the doobly-doo. And we will see you next time on the next
Yeah. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. Be good to each other. And we'll catch you.
Stay safe. And as Bud would say, don't forget to wear your seatbelts.
See you later,
guys.
See you later. Bye-bye.